Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us. If we haven't met before, my name is Mike. Somebody gave me the moniker of Big Mad Mike before, so I guess that's what I'm going off of now. So, welcome back. We've been away for a few months, but here we are. I saw somebody said prayers were answered. I don't know if that's that deep, but again, thanks for tuning in. So, where have we been? It's been a few months. Like I said, we've been busy. We've had a lot going on, and I said, you know what, we got to get back live. Everyone's asking questions. We haven't disappeared. Everything's all good. So we are just gonna kind of reinvent this thing, take a new format to it. I think it's gonna be like a shorter, targeted approach. We'll focus on like product, release dates, where are my toys, those kinds of things. So then, like, why are we here now at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time when most people might be working or finding time over lunch break or whatever to tune in? So I'm coming to you live from the Big Bad Studios, so also known as my office in fine Somerset, Wisconsin. So I just wanted to make this a little more simpler on certain people. I know podcasts and streaming gets a little busy at night, and that replay squad, right? That's really what it's always all about. So this is going to be called it's really cheesy, but I'm calling it open mic night or day, and where I'm MIKE, open mic, MIC, dad joke, I'm a dad, let's roll. So in the future, yes, we will have guests and like the likes of Sean and lore questions and all that stuff and storytelling. That'll all be back. We're just gonna get kind of back on track here and refocus. So first quarter is over. I can't believe it's already May. We're sitting here looking at the calendar, getting a bunch of stuff ready. We just had a whole bunch of stuff land. Thanks for everybody for picking that stuff up. We've been at some conventions. We did ZoloCon if you missed us in late February or early March or I'm sorry, late March for Toylanta. Up next is Joe Fest. And then Comic Con, we're going to be at SDCC at a actual booth of ours, so that's exciting. Kind of breaking news for everybody right there. And then come later in this winter, already talking winter, we'll be at Legion's Con as well as Twin Cities Con, which is like a local show over in Minnesota, right across the border. So today, I think we'll probably hang out for maybe, I don't know, an hour or so. I got a pile of stuff on my desk. I think it's kind of cool to reveal these things. Some things I've shown before, but some things have not. So that's the cool thing about being able to do this thing. We have access to all this stuff. So and after that, I'll try and pay attention to the chat. I am flying solo. I don't have a producer or moderator or any of that fun stuff. So bear with me if I'm not a perfectionist at it. So let's get started. So where are we at with certain products? Like a lot of people are asking about, season 3, part 1. We are on the water, so those are coming soon. We also have a couple other things that are moving faster than anticipated. Like, let's see, which one do I want to show you first here? Check this one out here. Gridiron Warfare, looking awesome. Look at that packaging. That is sick. And that was the regular version. And then also, and we'll do a deeper dive as I open these bad boys, but if you do get the Ultra Chase helmet, you're going to get some alternative packaging here with some special art there that we had customized. So I got a stack of stuff here. Better grab one of these for later. So yeah, I have one camera. I don't have the whole thing figured out where I'm looking down at my customizer desk type thing, but maybe I'll get working on that. You want a hoodie? Yeah, I know. This is a test run, Jay. So we'll see what happens. We also got this tick figure in stock here, in my stock, not your stock. Sorry, we're close. We're very close. So this is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Turned out really nice. So all that being said, again, thanks to everybody for all you do for us, like all the special groups that are out there and the fan feedback. If you're not familiar, I play a heavy role in like the operations and service side of things. I'm also kind of our marketing guy. I listen to all the feedback. I know a lot of you know that, and I think it's really exciting when I can engage with the fans, whether that's in person, with the conventions or online here. So again, this is all about access and being able to get a hold of the folks that make the toys that you spend your hard-earned money on. So what should we open first? I have some pretty cool stuff like this. I got this guy. I got this guy. I know this one's going to be popular, so maybe we'll hold off on him. But you guys tell me. I'll try and start. I'll try and start paying attention to the chat here. Jersey, what's up? Oh my gosh, there's so many people in here that I know. It's cool. Thank you for coming back. I planned this like a day in advance too. I've been wanting to stream for like an hour or so, or I'm sorry, a week or so, and I'm like, man, when should I do this? And I was talking to Bill, and he's like, do what you got to do, So I talked to my buddy Dave. He helped me out with some of the back end stuff, how to hit buttons, and here we are. So what do you guys want to dig in? 13 Samurai, NPC line. Yeah, that was NPS. Yeah, it's NPC. Yeah, I wanted to get that out there. Look, we showed some of that stuff at Comic-Con last year. And so Crimson Moon showing up on Monday. Cool. The NPC line is like a big passion project of mine. I've been thinking about it for quite a while. And, it's in this business, whether you're in like, I don't know what it is, but if it's getting older, having kids, or just the pace of life or whatever, but I've always said like there's 30 minutes in an hour, like ever since I've been with, this company, and it's just been phenomenal. But like time goes by so fast. And so here we are, suddenly it's like May, and we're talking about, wait, that was in July last year. And I know, we get harped on for taking too long to do stuff and whatever, and that's okay. We're working on those things, and we'll try and correct them. So, but those are things like that I wanted to get out there. And we worked hard on that logo. It was kind of an effort between myself and some other folks in the design world, some freelance. We all kind of came together on certain things, and then our internal team, Jason Guy, our toy outer, fine-tuned it with some stuff that we chose. So that was our official logo, posted yesterday. That got a lot of buzz. Exciting stuff. Really cool to see all the feedback, and interesting to hear like what people are interested in and what they're looking forward to. I can't touch on all the characters we have planned right now, but just be patient because we do have a long list. So it's going to be a good time. Gorgil's cracking. Possibly stay tuned. Creature figures are cool. Bigger stuff is cool. I'm just going to bear with me. I'm just going to scroll to the top here because I don't want to miss anything. Yep, we were counting, so I'm there. Hey Ed, what's up? Ed's got some cool stuff. Check out Devil's Bargain if you haven't. What did I miss? You didn't miss anything, and we're gonna hit that replay crew. So yeah, NPC related nude. What do you want to know about NPC? Like when? Obviously everyone wants to know how much price is going to be and how many wallets are going to break and all that stuff. So yeah, Jay, what's up? So yeah, sorry, I'm not going to spend too much time in here. I will later. We'll just kind of set the Q&A for at the end of the show. That's kind of what we did at the end. But yeah, Hooligans, Raw Dogs, all those guys. What's up? Always a good time. Aegis Omega Hoarder product should not be selling out one day. I know that thing was hot. That was crazy. Came and went quick. Possibly doing Toy Unity at the same time with Legion. Look, here's the thing. Small team, right? So yeah, I understand the whole thing. Like it's like a couple minutes or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, anyone. But like it's a trolley away or something like that. We can't vend at both because we just don't have the support staff and all that stuff. But will I walk over there? Absolutely. I think it's a cool time. That's going to be a crazy fun weekend. And there's a lot of folks over there that we know too. So yeah, digging the concept art behind Mike. Yep, this is from my son. He just turned 5 in March. If you don't know, that's Luke Skywalker, and it's the Return of the Jedi version because he's got that little thing on his chest. So I did my part on getting new Star Wars fanatics into this world. I think I'm pretty close here. Yeah, midday Friday. I mean, let's go. I mean, why not? If this works for everybody, it's probably going to work for me. So like maybe not on Fridays all the time, but it depends what's going on. Like that's the cool thing about having access to all these things, right? Sometimes like things are just going to pop up, and sometimes we're going to have reason to go live. Also, I'm really bad about like staring at the camera, so if I'm staring down, just forgive me. It's a habit of mine, so I just have to pay attention and everything. So yeah, but yeah, I'm excited for all the rest of the shows. Like we have some big plans for Joe Fest. It's going to be really cool. NPC prices hang in there. We're actually still talking about that, and the first figures still also talking about that. We did show, oh man, we showed like some bank robbers. We showed a mob boss with the mob cat. Bobcats meow different. We showed an exorcist priest. We showed a cheerleader. Um, Struggling to remember here, but yeah, so there's a handful in there that'll probably be something like that mix, but there'll also be some other ones that'll probably be like, oh, I didn't know about that, or maybe things that we were going to release later that maybe we can squeeze in because the tooling is getting done as we speak. So we are tooling a ton of new stuff for those figures. So like, don't just think it's going to be like 110% reuse. It's going to have more stuff. Cups and Crooks stuff will be later date. I don't have much detail on that. If you did pick up Bulletproof, also sold out. Crazy. That went fast, but there was a teaser on the back of that box, which I had one on my desk. But anyway, a couple of characters if you know who's there. We won't be at DFW. That one's just a hard show to schedule right now. We're kind of capped at our convention capacity, I guess. You know, I hate the word bandwidth, but bandwidth, that's like internet speed to me. But you know, the whole like come to our show, we'd love to have you at our show. I'd love to be at all those shows too. It's a great time, and like I said, I really like enjoy those weekends because that's like such passionate stories, and the toy collectors and everybody who's there, like you walk away and you're like, man, why can't we do this every day? 74 people tune in, that's fun. Thank you everybody again. Yeah, bank robbers are going to be cool. They will be a lot of playability in those boxes. Yeah, pre-order for the female Monster Force figures. Hopefully still this year. Yeah, hopefully this year. We are, you know, I'm current on chat, by the way. So we are working on finalizing some of the, you know, they call it the QC piece in getting like the files and all that stuff ready for tooling. So we're working on those components still. And then once that happens, you know, it's a matter of time before those start to develop into actual little plastic people. So all that being said, you know, I don't want to put up pre-orders. I should say, don't want to put up pre-orders and have things sit around for a couple of years. We're kind of getting out of that game. Crimson Moon finally showed up. This season 3 part 1 showed up. So those are probably our longest outstanding pre-orders. And now after that, we're gonna try and get in more of a consistent approach, you know, so that you kind of have this expectation, like, you know, things aren't going to take forever. Raven Society News. Yeah, I'm going to hang on that one and pitch that one over to Bill and probably Sean once I have them. Crimson Moon Wave 2. Yep, that'll be at some point. We'll be showing off that stuff a little more too. So, what? Uh-oh. Zakanan. Don't. What? What am I going to panic? No, okay. I'm good. Anyway, yeah, let's get started. Otherwise, we'll be chatting all day and night. I can talk for a long time, sadly. So, somebody said this one pretty cool. Let's start opening this one. And I heard like an etiquette thing, like don't open stuff on microphone or something like that if you don't have like really good sound masking. So I'll try not to like crinkle really loud noises in everybody's ears. So this is our box. So why did we go to this awesome art? We did this because at first, you know, with season 1, it was like renders, right? So you have like renders on those boxes. And then for season 0 and 2, we started getting into like the toy photography piece. And just the timing on all that caused some like last minute things to get the packaging out. And so like with art, you actually can like go work with somebody, have this done, and get the covers taken care of well ahead of time, so that like there's no backlogs at the factory and they're not waiting on, you know, packaging pieces to be the last thing. So oh, thank you. You just found the OMF. Yeah, that's awesome. I hear that, like, it's crazy. So at both Zolocon and Toylanta, there's 2 instances. I'm not gonna like get into like super details, but like there are 2 instances where it was almost the same situation. Like somebody came up and they were like, I just discovered this, but they're not getting one. They literally have like handfuls. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Like, thank you. And I hope you like these, right? And so they buy one, you know, buy this stack, right? And they walk away. And then it's like less than an hour later, pile of them come back. I need more. They basically like buy the whole table. Happened 2 times at each show. The people just get fascinated with this stuff. So we're so grateful for all the support, and you know, it's not easy making toys, as everybody knows. So we're trying to make cool stuff that appeals to everybody, and making some of these diverse lines and expanding our, you know, audience outside of just, you know, things like this. So The inside of the box here, you know, we're sticking with the comic panel, and then we also have, you know, the display with the name. The back is similar, kind of got the cross sell there. In the bottom, some credits and stuff. So one thing that we are doing different for this is I saw, like, we went to magnets, right? We went to magnets a while ago, got rid of the Velcro, but then I see people like, they'll like rip this panel off and they'll keep this, and it's like, well, that's, I don't know, I get it, not everybody wants to keep boxes. I ripped this, so I'm kind of sad about that, but it's just a test product. So I saw somebody rip the cover off, and I was like, yeah, I'm not that's okay, but it's not like, you know, I'm like, I collect cards and all that stuff, so it's like, it's not ideal to have a, you know, I'm gonna rip this cardboard thing off and it's got magnets in it or whatever. So one of the things that we did, I'll pull this stuff out of here, sorry, hopefully that wasn't too loud. We went away from like whatever backdrop was in there, and I said, how about if we just like double down on this, so then people are able to, you know, take this insert out and they could use it as a backdrop. And then also, if they were like, I really like the comic, I want to store this, and now you can like toss this if you want, and it's not like this thick cardboard piece. It's a little more of a like a display backdrop type thing. So I hope you like that. If you don't, let me know. I think we're going to probably keep it for the foreseeable future, but it's kind of fun. So it allows for better display. So here we are with our figure in box. These were also painted by the one and only Chris Scott, so expect these to look fantastic. The surprise to me, spoiler alert, I played with this a little bit, but the surprise to me, the biggest surprise on this, and I don't remember this ever being talked about, but oh, there I go with the clamshell. I'm just throwing all this stuff on the floor, so put a mess to clean up. But like, when you get into this accessory, this is like an actual chain. I don't even think we advertised that or showed off how cool that was. So this is quite a hefty piece. It's really cool. I thought it was something that I don't remember it, but anyways, that's supposed to go in here. I'm not going to put all this stuff together, but you know, it comes with this stuff and this backpack piece. I'll try and show us stuff as best as possible. I know cameras are always fun to work with. Got our standard gravestone base. I thought it was really cool. If you haven't seen, like, somebody's filled one of these in with red paint or text or whatever. I thought that turned out really neat. So good idea. Always enjoy the customizers doing their thing. 8 million hands per usual, but you know what? You just can never have too many hands. Let's see what else we got here going. We got some size here. Those are cool. Some wash on there. And got a couple of swords. One is bigger than the other, so those look great. And then here is said figure. So first thing I do want to point out, because it's always a popular question, is yes, these do have the buttery smoothness. We are going to that on, you know, all new stuff. So I think we've mentioned that several times, but I mean, check out that paintwork. That's just great. If I can get him to focus here. There he is. That looks really good. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah. So I'll kind of cruise through these things so that we're not, you know, taking forever. But if anybody's like, hey, show me that again, or I didn't see that good enough, maybe you can go back and pause or something like that. But I don't want to keep everyone else waiting and just talk about like one accessory for an hour or whatever. So just kind of putting stuff back a little bit. Check the old chat ski here. Housekeeping, I think they call it, Canon. Housekeeping. We got to do some housekeeping. Yeah, cool. Yeah, thank you, Chef's Kiss. Yeah, we really kind of have a total package when it comes to these things, from packaging to figures and accessories and all that stuff. So it's obviously one of our core brands, if not the biggest brand. So we're really trying to, you know, keep that going and set those expectations to have that be an awesome line. So can you make female soldier? Yeah, that would be good. Females are on the way, like probably similar timing, I would say, to the rest of said females that are going to be in other waves. So this one's pretty cool. Should we open him? He's pretty cool. That's kind of what that looks like. Uh-oh. KJ, what's up? The housekeeping bit. You guys got way more housekeeping to do. Your stuff's so popular. I'm just me. Till it's free. Yeah. Who is it? Throws the box. Kyle Peterson. I love that when he throws the box off into another room. Whatever. Yeah, it is an investment. It's a lot. You know, it's toys and I mean nothing's cheap, right? I mean there's everything's expensive in today's world, but hopefully things will subside a little bit here. But here's a quick look at the figure. Let's jump right in. He's already wolfed out. I think he comes with the human sculpt on, or the portrait on. These came from the show where they were last displayed. So, you know, flexi coat and cool looking figure. Comes with a couple other portraits here. So we'll try and show those off there. Fun stuff. And some more accessories, and this is kind of more of that gridiron stuff. And then some of the stuff's unique, right? So not everything. Just to clarify, like not everything is sourced from gridiron, but they do provide quite the arsenal. So then these things, if no one's familiar, like these little canisters that come with this, and you can get this in a couple of different sets. But so these canisters, I think people like didn't even realize that they open up, and then they pull out of there too. So it's multiple pieces. So if you've never taken these out, now is your time to go back with your figure and play with that. So good stuff. And we like to do like different colors. So sometimes there's green and blue and red, I want to say. It's a Caligari who comes with red. Somebody comes with red. And a pile of, look at Medic and like those blue ones. Those are some serious gloves. More neck pegs in there. Somebody asked me the other day, do you sell neck pegs? I have so many heads, but not enough necks. And I thought, interesting, you know? So we do not sell neck pegs right now, but I was curious why people wanted so many more neck pegs, but because I think you need bodies to go with them all, right? But maybe people are putting bodies on other things. I don't know. So many of those Monster Force groups, they make the coolest stuff. Just not going to lie. So if you're not part of those, go join them. There's a couple of really good ones out there. Let's get into Mr. Legacy. This is a quick look at the box and art. I'm not going to go near that one. Do you have ETA on Eagle Force or Rocketeer? Yeah, Rocketeer is probably going to be out before Eagle Force. Eagle Force we're a little behind on, just being fully transparent. But you know, those 6-inch scale. If you haven't heard, we are doing 12 scale 6-inch Eagle Force, which is a new thing. We showed those at Joe Fest last year. But yeah, those will be in the works. At least 4 characters out of the gate, I want to say, if not more. So we're always like calling audibles, like, oh, let's make more. Let's add a character. Let's do this. You know, there's standard stand. This is one of those characters where it's like people are like, oh, I don't know if I need that. And I think if you've tuned in before to one of our previous live streams, there was a comment made. I want to say it was Bill or somebody said like, oh, you're going to want this figure. Like in the end, you're going to want this figure at some point. So there he is. He's cool. Yeah. Larry. Come on, Larry. There you go. Again, painted really solid. These are good. His hood does come off. I won't lift it up though. I'm going to let you guys play with that when you get it. And then it comes with, you know, sculpt. I won't show too much there. He comes with some more hands and then some more of these books. So like if you haven't got your hands on any of these books, these are fun. Like they're thick and hefty. Excellent paint on this stuff. Like just really cool. Playability, photography, dioramas, background stuff, like you name it. And this fancy staff. But yeah, we will put that one to the aside. Oh, what else we got going on here? Ambassador, are you still planning fully transformed version? I mean, he comes with a lot of stuff. We'll get to him in a minute. I guess I don't remember that one. Yeah, set pieces, diorama pieces are, we've discussed that. That's something where it's like, a lot of there's a lot of really talented people doing that kind of thing right now. And right now, I think the market for what's out there, I think those folks can support that enough. But I understand, like, it's cool to get a diorama piece or background or whatever with your stuff. But yeah, we're not really playing in that space quite yet, but we would like to at some point. Factory version of gridiron vehicles, yeah, that's a tough one too. Like, vehicles are not in our wheelhouse right now. And Mark over at Gridiron does a phenomenal job with the stuff he's producing. I'm sure some of you guys own it and have seen it. If you haven't, go check it out. Gridiron props, and the amount of detail on those things, like that you can do with like printing, it doesn't always translate from a factory. I guess plastic mold injected, but if you're looking for like a one-off, yeah, comic books of Operation Mouse Force, we'd love to. They're really expensive, but we are working on a couple of things. I won't get into the details now. Save that again for the folks that can speak to it better. But yeah, going back to the vehicles, it's like you have to sell a certain amount to make sense, versus like the order on demand thing. You don't really have to necessarily do that. Throw that one down there. But again, just people in the vehicle space, like there's plenty of them out there right now. That it's just not like we're just focused on really cool action figures. Just leave it at that. More stands. Everybody loves stands, so there's stand. We're doing Goblin now. Yeah, I love vehicles when I was younger. Those also. Lieutenant Raven. We'll have Sean on. We'll address that one. How's that sound? Yeah. There is a bunch of different quality out there, like everything in the toy space. Quality, price. There's all that to consider. Yeah, I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I missed your comment, sorry. I'll try and catch it later. But we're just kind of freestyling today. So there's this guy. He's awesome. We went with like a metallic green on that. Oh, come on, focus. There we go. So it wasn't quite right at first, and so we went back and wanted that a little more shiny. So it's got some shimmer on there. Very cool. And then he comes with this fancy samurai sword that is also got that green metallic look to it. And these aren't going to come across perfect on like screen like this either. So this is new. So this is interesting. I'm curious what people are going to do with this. It's like this big bear trap type thing. That's fun. Neat accessory. It's got a nice hinge in there too. So this is, it's not too stiff, but it's not loose at all. So it's going to do things to people that they probably won't appreciate when they step in it. Body-wise deco, pretty similar to the Blackwatch, I'm going to say. Just we're truthful around here, so I mean that's kind of how that works. Yeah, he's I mean, I guess his tone, maybe his hands, so his tone and head are a little different because they match, but yeah, pretty close to Blackwatch. These guys, I'm not going to be able to show these off very good, but so there's these little critter things that they're like walking bombs, and this comes off there. It's like a canister piece, and then it's got a little insert, and then you can do things like put this little explosive on there. So sorry, the focus is just not happening. There we go. And then you get also like a red version, so I'll put that in real quick, and you get that. So cool little critters. You do get a couple of them, just so you know. So that kind of covers him. Yeah, you can never have too many suit bodies, right? I know there's a lot of them out there. It feels like suit body fatigue some days, but then I see what people do, and I'm like, man, yep, you figured it out. Even if you bought like 5, 6 of them, it's like people figure out what to do with them. And everybody looks good in a suit. I wear a suit like I don't know, maybe 3 times a year, usually like weddings or something like that. So this is the box for Commander Gridiron. We're gonna get into him. That's cool. And then once again with the sorry, I haven't been showing all the comics. I don't think we'll post a lot of these on social so you can kind of see them. But again, if you missed that earlier, this is our new insert that we're going to. So it's a cool backdrop. Oh, what do we got in here? We got a whole pile of stuff. This figure turned out so good. I think, I remember when this wave went up, it was quite a while ago, and I was just like, yeah, I mean, I hope this keeps working or whatever. And then it's just like you get these figures in hand. I was like so surprised at, and I'm not just saying this because I work here or whatever, but like the detail on these things is just crazy. Like this is how Commander Gridiron turned out. So fully wrapped camel on the legs there again. Somebody pointed that out on something. Just buttery smooth joints. Weapon supplier right there. Very cool. Very cool. Shells loaded up there. Oh, good. You saw Mark at WonderCon. Yeah, he was at our booth with Bill. This character comes with... Whoops, I dropped something. I'm not going to be able to find that right now. Anyway, I just dropped his ammunition to this rifle, but... Oh, I got it. Never mind. We're doing it raw, unedited. Here we go. So there we go. That's fun. Wash on that bad boy. Yes, these all come with blast effects too. I'm just not gonna preload all that stuff out. Different camo pattern. Tiger. Yeah. Spoiler alert: there are additional camo patterns being worked on as we speak. And then I'm not gonna pop the heads right now, but this is basically what the Skull Crusher helmet looks like. And he does come with that neck peg. So that's kind of like the bone colored one. And I'll get into the kind of like the chase helmets. There's another satchel of guns, knives, all kinds of military accessories. So good stuff. It's weird, like no music's playing or anything like that. I'm just kind of like chilling in this office. The other reason I thought this was funny, this is like, there's a whole bunch of people here right now. And usually if you haven't tuned in before, I used to come in at like 9 o'clock at night, my time, right? So Bill would always be out west and Jack would be out west. And sometimes we'll do shows and people are like out east and whatever. So like the time is like very late. And it was like fourth quarter. So it was October, November, December, January-ish times. And so I'm sitting here driving in like ice storms and blizzards and taking like a tauntaun to work. And I'm just like, this, I just don't know about this. And so we were talking about the, potential to like, what if we just stream during the day? There's a lot of companies that stream during the day, and then people can catch up. Or like I said, if you're off today or whatever, traveling or, need something to do, just hanging out, lunch break, whatever. And so, I thought to myself, like, we could like behind the scenes stuff is really popular, right? So it's like I could just take you guys for a walk someday. Like, oh, let's go for a walk. Let's go pack a box. Let's go look at a trailer getting unloaded. Let's go look at containers coming in. That would be kind of cool. So and then also with like everybody here right now, it's like nobody really is comfortable just going live, like I got to be honest, like I just want to make sure I understand the controls and that I know how it's all going to work and whatever. Studio tour, yeah. Very messy, extremely messy. I did all of this, cleaned all this stuff up. If I were to show you what's over there, it looks like a flea market sale and a half. It's crazy. But I'm like organized chaos. I understand where everything is, but you would just never know. It looks like yeah. Anyways, so given that everybody's here, like I want to someday, like as we start doing this more, I want to be like, hey, someone from customer service, or hey, somebody listing products, or hey, somebody in marketing, like stop motion Zach, like pull in somebody and just like, hey, come and go live with me, and then see if that happens. But that's That's in my evil plans that nobody knows about. We're doing it live. Yeah, we are. That's funny stuff. I remember that clip. Do it live. Just scrolling up here. Yeah, there are 13 ghosts, going back up to the goblin comment and to get additional colorways. There's 13 ghosts. I actually don't know who all the characters are. That's a Sean question and probably a Bill question. But yeah, I think additional colorways and like ninjas would be awesome. Yes, the gridiron figure is great. When are they released? They are on the water now. So these are final production samples that I just went through. I usually I'll airship like in a case basically. So you can sit and roll the container over. I call it rowing because it seems like they're rowing some days. They will bring me the bulk of it over. But if we want to ever bring in samples or marketing or influencer stuff, get stuff out early, show stuff off at conventions or whatever, I can always get some early shipment in. It's just really expensive to airship in. So that's why if you ever hear people oh, you airship those in, they spend a lot of money to do that if they're bringing in a big quantity. So yeah, containers right now, they were supposed to be 4 to 5 weeks, but now the last one with Moon and Omega and all that stuff, that took 9 weeks. It was crazy. I'm not sure if it's part of the ocean stuff going on or what, but yeah. Additional gridiron troops, we're talking about it. I think everyone would like there to be. It's just a timing and commitment thing. Oh, 95, 101 watching. That's cool. Fridays, man, 2 o'clock. Did I just unlock something here? Moody's going to be so mad when he finds out Wednesdays aren't the spot. Fridays at 2. It's how we do it. All the podcasters are going to be changing over now. Just kidding. I'm just kidding, folks. Major Striker. Black jacket on that one. Yeah, that'd be pretty solid. We have I can't tell you the amount of projects we have. It's 39 right now, and that's just spanning so many different figures. So we're doing enough work for a full-blown studio, and we're just a really small team internally. So we're cranking out the amount of stuff that you're not supposed to be able to do. We're not superhuman or anything like that. It's just Bill's a crazy person, and I like to be crazy too. So why not? Oh yeah, thank you for getting 4 or 6 gridiron. You won't regret it. Those troopers are great. Future Agents of Omega. Yep. There will be more stuff. Yeah, Zakanan's going streaming right now. That's funny. Blue and black tactical suits. Female soldiers, chance, Delta Red. Ooh, female vampires. Ooh. Let's get Sean on that. I'm pretty sure there's probably something in the works. Agents of Omega. Depends on what we want to do with it. So I won't get into the details, but we've talked about different types of collaborations that you could do, because it's usually hero versus adversary type thing. And so with that, and given that we like to collaborate with companies and put people's stuff out there and kind of mix and blend, right? We've looked at different opportunities there, but yeah, you have to. All the stars have to align. Yeah, female vampires would be good. I'm fairly certain they're in the works, but I'm probably saying too much. If I did, Bill will join the stream and slap me. But all right, pulling screenshots for a night. Should I be nervous? I don't know. All right, what should we do next? Should we let's change gears here? Sorry. Whoa. Bonus head pack. What is this? How do I get this? If you pre-ordered the set, we offered this bonus head pack. So you get an additional Skull Crusher head, you get this human skull or human head skull, and then you get another Mr. Legacy Ultra portrait. So this is for those that ordered the set, which I think is currently pre-sold out. But just so everyone knows, I'm not going to open this if that's okay. I'll get a nice close-up of it. But yeah, there's different style there. So everyone knows, when something says pre-sold out, you do have another chance to get it once the stuff arrives, because every company, you're always going to experience some sort of cancellation percentage, and that can vary, right? Sometimes it's really small, like Agents of Omega was hardly any. And then sometimes there's like, the more pre-orders you have for something, or the more expensive something is. Like Soldiers of Fortune's kind of spendy, but you got that free Jaguar Brigade figure basically thrown in. So a lot of people took advantage of that and like found out how to pay or decided to keep the product or whatever. So sometimes you do see those things populate again, but not always. So it's really, whoops, I just almost dumped my microphone. It's really dependent on the product. But when if you are looking for something and you're like, oh man, I missed out on that and I really like to, get that back, basically, or you canceled something you regrets, you got regrets. I'm gonna open it by the way. Jason Geyer made this box. This is so cool. This has got a little shimmer on it. It probably won't come across but it's like where they make that glossy. That turned out really great. But you can have an opportunity to grab stuff again, like when you see like your friends or people online getting stuff. Pay attention to the site at that point or the listings, because you might be able to go get something that's currently pre-sold out today. It doesn't mean it always will be. Between Mint and Mint Pro, it's just a definition thing. So think standard grade and collector grade. That's what it used to be called. So it's really all about packaging. So in previous world, we call it collector grade. Now it's called Mint Pro, right? It's a little fancier, and Mint is standard, right? So the reason those terms are acceptable is because like when you see this box and you pull this out of a case, it's like basically, I'm not going to use the word flawless because in my world, nothing's perfect enough, but like this is really good, right? You're not going to like find this with a big ding on it, or you're not going to find scratches all over this stuff. This is just really sharp corners, sharp window or clean window. So this is like, this could be considered, as long as like it's got a really clean window, it's all packaging centric. So like based on packaging, if when our team receives stuff, they basically we'll find like the best packaging available. It doesn't apply to paint apps or the figure or anything inside. It's all about the packaging, because packaging is king in the collector world. So that's the difference. So standard / collector grade is now Mint Pro. So you can buy something like this where it's going to show up like this. Sometimes things get dinged because forklift or factory issue or got damaged in shipping or whatever. So you might find like a little dented corner or something. We don't ever really sell anything that's like super crushed or anything like that. But if you want like the Mint Pro, it's more for those who are never really going to open anything. I let a lot of my toys not breathe, sadly. Like I keep everything in the box. It's primarily due to time. Like I just don't have time to open everything. But I also love packaging. Like a lot of effort goes into the packaging as well as the figure. So like I just love keeping things in the box just to look at it like this. But as soon as I see people like pose things and like do all these different action shots, I'm like, oh man, I got to play with my stuff more often. So there's a strong belief out there that toys are meant to be played with, right? But anyway, to answer your question in a long roundabout way, if you want Mint Pro, they'll find the best, including like hopefully flawless window, sharp corners, like even better than this supposedly, I guess, or they'll keep this one as good as they can, and then they'll polybag it, and then they put it inside of a fitted box for this figure. And then when you order that, you actually receive it in that box. Like you won't be able to see this figure, you get it in a cardboard box. And then it goes into, like, we used to use bubble wrap. We're probably like the only company left on earth that uses bubble wrap, but we still do because we understand packaging matters. So then you'll receive that. And so like if you're interested in like, oh, I'm going to keep this toy forever, it's like a step down from I'm going to get the whole like graded 85, 90 or whatever. It's kind of like that. It's been our way of doing things with polybagging and boxing for many years, like 2 decades probably. But yeah, that's basically, I hope I explained it to you. That's basically what that means. All right. Mint is tangy. Yeah. Yeah, the Striker Dark Directives we'll have more updates on the Dark Directives maybe on the next show, but they're not that far off. Here is the Tick figure. So he's a little bigger. He also has these, buttery smooth joints. He has toe articulation, nice and snug. When we first had this figure done, the toe was actually sculpted a little, like it was sculpted fine, but like the piece actually came out a little too wide. And so we actually went back and made it more fitting, and then it was a little too loose, so we dialed it in. Like you can kind of see how that, you know, fits nice. It's not like floppy at all, so you should be able to do some pretty cool stuff here. But butterflies, you know, all that good stuff. He's got some twisty stuff. His heads do pop off pretty easily, so he's got that head, and you can then put this fun tie on him like so, and you can give him this open mouth look. This is such a great figure. Like it's just one of those like whimsical characters that everybody kind of knows and, you know, may or may not need for your collection, and it's fine if you don't. But it turned out really cool. So let's see if I can get this in his hand. Yep. So he's got the old, oh, I dropped it. My bad. Crime Finder down. Let's see if I can get it back here. Got it. So he's kind of got like a crime finder, you know, find where all the danger is. This one does come with like our more basic stand, but we're putting these tampos on here. So it's like, you know, stands aren't for everybody, but if you know, I always picture it like if you do have this on your collection, it's kind of cool. It's like a little branding to go with, you know, say somebody doesn't know who this is or whatever. You kind of have that going. So, and then he comes with, I don't need to swap heads again, but he comes with a closed mouth too. So a couple of portraits, pretty cool. And he comes with a set of fists like that too. And they just pop out at the wrist peg. Everybody knows how that works. So that is the Tick figure. The other one is also coming, the Vacation Tick, who comes with like the surfboard and towel and beach ball and sunglasses expression. So that one I just don't have in front of me right now. I got a big mess. I just made my office messier, but that's okay. Okay, let's crack into some Gridiron Warfare. Yeah, the Soldier's Fortune. Jaguar's single. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, to clarify, we can't do Tick cartoon. We can only do Tick comic. So you'll see characters from the comic. When was the Gridiron Skull Crusher announced? January something. I'm going to leave it at that. January something. Still available for pre-order now. I just cracked him open, and here he is. First look at that figure. Fully dipped camo there. Consistent all around. Buttery smooth joints. Pants going down to the boot, so it's not a high boot on these pants. It's got like all the, you know, if you played with our figures before, this one they stiffened up the butterflies. I wasn't really like satisfied with the butterflies at first, so I was like, hey, these got to be tighter. Easy enough. But yeah, I won't. I'm really bad at posing things. Like I always have like Sam from Skeletron or Chris or, you know, somebody pose stuff because people are so good at it, and I'm just like, I'm a T-pose guy. Like, yay, here I am. So yeah, that's him. And he comes with lots of stuff. This is probably the best value you can find in anything we offer right now. This is a crazy amount of stuff. I'm not going to hold up the clam because it'll fall all over, but like 2, 4, 6, 8, of course, 8 hands. You know, you can never have too many hands. Blast effects, like this assault rifle here. There's some wash on that bad boy. He also comes with the bone skull color. That's a standard. That's standard in there now. We'll get to the blind bag in a moment, and then you get this sculpt. Blur. Anyways, I'm not gonna battle the camera all day. It's not worth the fight. 2 of those. Yeah, you might want more than 2. I'm just saying. They're going to be a surprise hit, I think. Yeah, it's okay if you missed it. It's still available. Go grab it. Not a nice update. Yeah, actually, they wanted to run all that stuff at once, and I'm not going to say which characters, but basically, here's a stand. Sorry, I like to talk about 8 different things at a time, so my brain goes in a different direction, like squirrel or whatever. Yeah, they wanted to run the new stuff as well as, Fresh Monkey is still Bill's thing, so he gets to make all those calls. And basically, they wanted to run some reissues of stuff that's been sold out. So I won't say what, but I'll let that be a surprise. But yeah, so there's like the sleigh and a handful of reissues as well as like the Santa Tour and all that fun stuff. Like I'm just gonna go like this. Like I have a pile in my hand of stuff, like just pile of stuff. So like, armor, masks, this, that, clips, magazines, whatever. There was a debate on that the other day. Clips versus magazines. Is it clips or magazines? Gun. I gotta be careful there. They don't like weapons on YouTube, I heard. Knife. I think I saw the other day, like, I think Jerk said he got suspended again for like a day or something like that. It's like, I don't know what's going on there. Because I think that happened to him before. Maybe one of you guys can clarify. I'm not sure. How has reception been on these lines so far? I mean, ask the fan base, I guess. The collectors that get them are pretty satisfied, I think. Hey, what's up, Lawrence? Thanks for hopping on. We were talking about Fridays. Like, why the heck is Mike on right now? Yeah, Fridays. I'm setting a new thing. Friday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then there's the blind bag. So here it is. This is what it's all about with this one. A lot of people are, jumping in on multiples. So basically, between the case, there'll be like, what is it, the breakdown? I'm going to get this wrong. 4, is it 3, something like that. There's a chase. Now I gotta look. Hold up. So it's white for green for blue 3, and then the mystery is 1. That's what it is. The mystery, I won't show you because that's just too much information. But looks like this one. I got blue. So that's how the blind bags work. You will get a mystery colored skull crusher based on the odds of said case in a little black baggie. So that's kind of how you can expect to get these. They will be drawn at random. That's, as I say drawn, that means like picked. So our warehouse team is basically going to go to the case and grab whatever. So it's not like you can ask to get certain colors or certain things. And I can't show you the mystery color. That would be spoiling too much. I give a lot of behind the scenes, but I can't give the mystery color right now. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I was just talking about it. Oh, not pre-recorded, not really initial. Interesting. Okay. Well, hopefully I'm still live, right? So I guess I did okay. I went fast. So yeah, so that's what's on Mike's desk. I do want to say, like, I remember, from our previous streams where we were like, oh my gosh, I got stuff all over. Like, I got like this guy just laying around, and I was like, oh, let's give stuff away. I just have to figure out the giveaway thing, and then we'll get back to that. So, oh, we missed one guy. I forgot about this guy. Save the best for last, maybe. So yeah, I still have a pile of stuff. I want to keep the giveaway thing going. Not as like, just like, oh, come and watch me for free stuff. It's just more that, you guys will do more with it than I will, basically. So that's going to come later. But otherwise, I would do it today if I knew how, but I'm just not experienced enough. So there's that. And again, I'll tell it one more time, but if you missed out, we are changing. Oops, that one's tucked in up there. We're changing the inserts basically inside to replicate the cover in the comic, so you can pull that out and display it with your figure. Okay, this guy comes with a lot. So I don't remember if it was like the render wasn't clear enough, but standard stand there. But like, I don't remember seeing these coming with it. These like have a purple, they look clear on my screen, but they're like a purple effect. So that was a bit of a surprise when I saw those. Okay, so this guy, let's give a first look at him. Boom. That's cool. Buttery smooth joints on all this stuff. And you guys will review these things so much better than me, but I was just like, hey, you know what, let's have a first look at stuff that's sitting around and people may or may not have seen. You know, what a good movement on that. He comes with green with black hood, as well as this one, which is really neat. Focus, 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 focus. There it is. Yeah, cool. Close enough. Pile O hands. Just calling it Pile O hands. And he comes with this book. Nice detail and painted there. As well as, do the eyes glow in the dark? I don't think these eyes do. I wonder if the effects do. I don't remember. But we are doing something with glow in the dark later. And then you get this book too with that thing happening. Pretty neat. So, oh, thanks, Jersey. Second run on Bulletproof. Bill is in the camp of I don't want to reproduce things. I like to sell out of things and move on to the next. But, you know, when you start a new line and sometimes you want to give, you know, those that missed out an opportunity to get in on it, sometimes those reruns make sense. But if we could gauge demand on how many people want it versus like, you know what, close enough, let's move on. That's kind of the decisions we look at. Yeah, it does. It fits with everything. So that's, I don't even know where the top one anymore. It's messy. Nope, that's not it. All right, well, I'm just going to set this one aside and I'll figure all this out later. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on Mike's desk. I'll have more next time because there's other stuff wrapping up now. So, and I don't know when next time will be, but it won't be several months. I'll tell you that. Like I think I've got things figured out enough now where it's easy enough to hop on. Fridays at 2 p.m. starting a new trend here. So yeah, I mean, we've been chatting for about an hour. I can hang out for a little bit longer if you guys want. If there's any other questions about things that I didn't cover or that I missed, you know, go ahead and populate your question. I'll see what I can do for you. Yes, they did go with the Forgotten King, those effects, but some people don't have that figure, so this will be maybe their first entry into that. Favorite thing we don't know about you that you can tease that you don't know about me, or you don't know about the action figure world that we're in? Because there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack there. Ninja boots. Noted. Battlemon's jersey. I can't get them here soon enough. I know. You'll know about it when they're up. I know you've been obsessing over those Battlemon's for quite some time. 2 p.m. Fridays. Same Big Bad time. Same Big Bad channel. I like that. Soldiers of Fortune Wave 2. Yeah, so there's some things being we got things painted up, we got some designs figured out, we got things over to the factory, so those probably aren't too far. You gotta keep in mind, like, the biggest thing about, I mean, if you can get the figures made, like, you got to remember there's always like 6 to 8 weeks on the water given today's times. Like sometimes it's 4 weeks, sometimes it's 6 weeks, but that's like, that adds like, you know, a month and change or whatever, a month and a half. And so like when people are like, oh, are those close? And I'm like, yeah, they're done. You know, you still got to wait like another month just to wait for them to arrive. So yeah, that's, but those are pretty close just because those are a little easier to do. Oh, thanks. We're stoked for what's in the pipe too. I'm not clicking on things. I probably should have clicked on it. I'm terrible at housekeeping, so I should have clicked on things so that people could see comments. But Masculp is excellent. Yeah. World War Hell. Yeah, talk to Chris on that. Every time I talk to Chris, I'm like, so when are we doing 6 inch? You know, but no, Chris, and I say this often. Chris has like I call it the one of one product on the market. Like Chris's World War Hell line is so good. Like if you don't collect O-ring, you don't collect 3 3/4, whatever. Like the art and the passion and everything that goes into that project, like it's just over the top. Like that guy is one of the most talented people I know, and like his figures, I you know they're gonna do gangbusters when they're out. They're my most. Here's the answer to what the more about me or more about you. I am most excited for World War Hell out of anything. Like I just absolutely can't wait for those figures. The packaging, the display, like everything about them. Like he made that the toy ad, like everything. If you haven't checked out World War Hell, I can't say enough good things about it. It's my most anticipated line, more than stuff I'm contributing to. So Fridays, good luck escaping Fridays just because of me. I don't think that'll fly, but you could try. Yeah, gear and head packs. Definitely talked about. Like, we have a lot of things that are with a lot of different characters right now. So the last thing we would want to do is like produce more of that same stuff. So we're trying to get ahead of that and get some like different things, right? So we have a whole pile of new tooling happening as we speak, as I mentioned. We're working on new design concepts and everything else. So like maybe once we get some of that like fresh stuff, we'll consider those types of things. But right now, the amount of accessories you get, and then like maybe a little bit of the repetitiveness is like something we want to like temper a little bit so that we can get ahead of that. Ooh, when is Larry Hama getting a figure? Good question. More Agents of Omega, not at this time. Yeah, Jersey, calm down. Um, yep. Did we? No, we didn't talk about NPCs or pre-orders. It's going to be sometime in May. That's the goal anyway. Like yesterday was, or I'm sorry, that whenever we posted the logo, coming soon. Coming soon is like so subjective. Like a lot of people use it. Over 100 folks watching. Thank you so much. A lot of people use coming soon, right? Does it? I used to work in the movie industry or whatever. Like you always put coming soon, and something was like 6 to 12 months out. Coming soon is like not tomorrow, but it's also not in like a year. So hopefully by the end of May we'll have some pre-orders up. Next Fresh Monkey Agent, yep, being worked on right now. He's almost done. That will go. Boom, there you go. See, now look at my production skills. Now I just learned how to show a comment. I knew that. I just haven't been doing it the whole time. Will you be reissuing Caligari? Probably not in his current format. Like there's other options to do things with him. But again, if our strategy is like put things out, let them sell out, move on to the next. Because if your products are on the market forever and you can always get them, like there's never enough demand for it then because it's like, well, I can get that anytime. So we don't want to fall into that company. Oh, thanks, Kanan. I appreciate it. It's my first time. Did I do okay? I don't know. Hopefully. I mean, first time flying solo, I should say. Um, yeah, the Eagle Force stuff, like the reissues we did, that stuff flew off the shelf. That was gone quick. Public domain. I'd love to see Monster Force. Let's show this one. See how that works. Yeah, we're playing around with some of that stuff. Like I said, there's a gazillion projects, and just not enough time to do them all right instantaneously. Where can I find pics of coming soon? Soldier of Fortune 2, you're probably not going to be able to find pics because we changed some things. So little different looking. Is Wandering Planet part of BBDS? They are not, but they are buddies of ours. So there is some tooling that we can share together. Yeah, Gavin's awesome. Any chance we see the Red Demon in hand? Red Demon. Didn't I show him already? Yeah, you'll have to go back. He's buried. on my desk. But yeah, scroll, just go watch the replay. And if you're talking about like ETA, yeah, he's on the water. So containers are like, month and a half now. Same factory. Yeah. So this one, this again, we get asked this a lot, and I understand why. People love story, they want lore, they want more, right? There's certain things you need, like cadences and people and timing and artists and all this stuff to get a comic like consistent. So we're trying to do something in a format that we can actually control and get done a little faster, I guess, that is also equally as cool. So I think once it comes out, people will be pretty happy. I don't even know what that means, honestly. But Eagle Force 112 is coming. I don't think 12 scale Voyagers are, though, right now. Yep, we kind of covered this. I said before, like, there's a lot of talented folks, that make these types of things right now. I would say go support them. They're doing the best work right now. For us, it would be a whole new learning curve. It would be, adjusting strategies around everything else that's already in our pipeline. But yeah, all the people that make cool dioramas and all that, just go buy their stuff. That's the best way to do it right now, I would say. Good movie. Yeah, that would be great. Maybe we'll get a call someday. Thank you. We'll be adding more regular bucks to NPC, maybe. Oh my, I could spend an hour or more just talking about how deep and diverse NPC could go. So if you can think it, this sounds super cheesy, but if you can think it, we probably have two, and if you build it, whatever, they'll buy it, type thing. Um, yeah, there's a whole world, right? We're all NPCs. We all live in this world together. We go outside, we go to businesses, we go to clubs, we go to restaurants, we go wherever, and all those things have different, scenes and different people, and everyone's got a story. And then there's also history behind us, right? There's different countries, there's different languages, there's different ethnicities, all that stuff. Like there's different storylines, fiction or nonfiction. Like you can just go forever with that line. So yeah, the goal is to put out characters that may not be like the main character, but they're also going to be sentimental. They will mean something. They're going to have a story whether you thought they would or not, and that's how they're going to feel. Like, that's my goal anyway. That's how they're going to feel once you have them in your collection. You're going to look at this character and you go, I didn't even realize like this was going to be as important as I thought. I think that's how NPC is going to come across, if I'm being so bold to say. Thanks for tuning in. I have to talk to Sean. I talked to Bill today and I was like, hey, do you want to pop on? And he's like, you go do your thing. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. He's buried and stuff. So, but yeah, I don't know if Friday at, let's see, it'll be noon out there in LA for those guys. So I don't know if Sean would be able to come on during the day, but I'm not opposed to doing nights again. I just don't want to impede on like the rest of the streams going on. And, Replay Squad is so, like popular right now where people catch stuff when they can. So, but yeah, we definitely need to have Sean on. Sean is a huge part of so much of the lore that is developed and all that stuff. So UK, awesome. I hope you're getting your stuff at Kapow. That's where it's able to be found. Yeah, we'll see what happens about that sea creature. Ooh, Lawrence is asking about the golden button. I have that button. It's actually under lock and key in a drawer here, inside of a box that is also under lock and key. So will we bring the button? We'll see. I have a feeling Joe Fest is going to be a pretty popular show, but we'll see. We're looking forward to it. Not sitting on a project's great, but selling. Yeah, I know. This is true. I get it. I get it. I get it. Where's the balance, though? You gotta find the balance. Oh, Black Hood, tuxedo. Yeah. I think here, I'm just going to give this one maybe. Nope, I already set him somewhere. I can't find him. There he is. Put this head on a suit. You're welcome. Very cool. Very cool. He like went to a auction or a ball where only like the bad dudes were, you know, available or something like that. Like the story's endless there. This is a good one here. Yes, they are. Just more part of the bazillion things going on, but yeah, they are. Grendel's actually really close to going up for pre-order, so you're just learning everything here today. I sometimes I say too much. What do we got going on here? Is my inbox is yeah, I know. Yeah, we'll have them up soon enough. That's cool. Yeah, we got a couple more characters planned right now, and those will be shown later. We'll talk about pre-orders later. I won't say coming soon, right? Coming soon means tomorrow. Yeah, more comic stuff on the Monster Forest stuff. Yeah, plan on making more waves of soldiers. Unfortunately, like orange. I'll show this one. I should have populated all these questions before. It makes it look so much better. Are you planning on making more color waves? Yeah. So we had orange. I think that probably got taken over by Halloween Boy coming out. Like I don't think we wanted to have two orange, almost identical figures out. Yeah, there'll be some white stuff, brown, pink female soldier. Yeah. So all good ideas. We have some of those things coming. Are there any licenses? There are licenses we're thinking about getting. Stay tuned. Stay tuned is about as good as coming soon, right? Stay tuned. How long? Here's a good one. What up, Mikey? That's a great question. I will never, to my knowledge, I will never make an action figure of myself. But yeah, Mikey's been painting a lot of stuff for us actually. So shout out to him. If you haven't seen his work, go check him out. He's awesome. What up, dude? There he is. Dave, what up? Yeah, Dave taught me how to hit all these buttons. I played around with it a little bit. If you don't know Dave, he's kind of local by me. Fantastic comic book artist, toy nerd, all the above. Streams like 15 times a week. So yeah, he and I grab lunch every once in a while, and I tapped on him and his resources to figure out how to do this whole thing. So appreciate you. Angry old man and woman. Yeah, that would be good. That's like a deep cut, but yeah, maybe. Or zombies. Yeah, you can never have too many zombies, right? We just need different zombies. Red Riding Hood. Yep. No problem. Thanks for joining. Better late than never, right? We will probably have those up maybe later this year for pre-order. Yeah, there's some things we got to work out right now, and we don't want to have a gazillion pre-orders open again. You gotta find that balance. Agents of Omega was up for pre-order for a long time. It actually, Blake was on. We showed it on the cover. That one came out really fast. Am I a rascal? Okay. No, Mikey. Mikey's a rascal. Yeah, they're both in here. The two dudes are in here. Okay, thanks, Jay. Thanks for running an awesome group. Congrats on 3K. Grendel and Grendel Prime. Stay tuned. Sorry, I'm just throwing out the plead the fifth type thing on that one. Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Good point. Valid. I mean, you'll get them at some point. We had them basically done. We just kind of held on that one. Ooh, posters. What if it gets bent in the mail? Most likely. Agent Zombie. Ooh. I mean, if you're an agent and then you can turn into this, can you zombify this? Like, how would the agent get zombified? Man, that's a Sean question. That's a good question. Come back when I have Sean on. We'll ask him if there's an in-between stage of an agent being human and a shadow wraith, and if there's any zombification possibility. Great question. I just don't have the answer. Fun stream. Thanks. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for tuning in on a Friday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. If that's kind of all we got, I think, right? I showed off everything I can. I do have some other surprises on the desk, though. Go to Joe Fest. We will be in Georgia, June, late June, for Joe Fest. So yeah, we'll be down there next. Keeping kind of May and June open right now. There's got to be like work done, right? You can't just do conventions all the time. So we're spending those 2 months, really hammering on getting projects done, and then come late June, we're going to be down at Joe Fest, and then we'll be at Comic Con also a month later in late July, with some more stuff shown off. So then there's a little bit of a break, and then we'll hit that November combo of Legion's Con and Twin Cities Con over here in cities where actually you can go meet Dave. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Thanks again for tuning in, everybody. Over 100 people watching on a Friday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm just going to hammer that home. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, maybe some TikTok. We're really bad at TikTok. I should say I'm bad at TikTok. We just don't post enough. But Instagram's our primary. I'm usually available like this, so like if you have questions or whatever, feel free to shoot DMs over. If I missed your comment, my apologies. I think I covered most things, but if you have like feedback or questions, or something didn't work out, or you're not satisfied with something, I'm open to all of it. So feel free to hit us up with DMs, or whatever your form of communication is. So yeah, we will see you next time, and we'll probably post more than a day in advance next time, so that people can maybe prep to take Fridays off. Like if we reach Fridays, people taking Fridays off, that would be pretty wild. But again, thanks for all of the support, everybody that purchases our figures, all the customizers out there that are doing such cool things and telling great stories with them. We will try and continue making more cool stuff. So Angry Collector NBC, we got some more comments here. Absolutely, of course you need that. I wouldn't name him. I wouldn't name him like a guy. I wouldn't make it like a collector from like New Jersey or anything like that. But yeah, there's definitely like Angry Toy Nerd opportunity out there. Yeah. So hey, what up? Good seeing you the last convention. I think I saw you at. Yep. Yeah. So all right, good stuff. Yeah. A Lord Unimportant. Send me an email, workshop@bigbadtoystore.com. Maybe there's like some setting that's off. I definitely like see your photos and all that stuff, so I don't know why I wouldn't get your DMs. But yeah, shoot me an email. Definitely. Cool. Thanks for joining in. All right, so the way this is supposed to work, I'm supposed to hit end stream, and it's supposed to play a little clip. So anyways, we'll see if that happens. But anyway, thanks everybody. Talk to you next time.